Welcome back to Dork Points, everybody, and tonight we'll be talking about all the games that are leaving PS Extra for the month of July. There's only 6 of them, starting with Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Yeah, this one feels like it just arrived and now it's leaving. I think maybe 6 months it's been free. I'm not sure about that, but good game. Great game? Question mark? It's fun. I would say maybe Assault on Dragon Keep. Well, you can't top that one. But, you know, it's Borderlands here. You're going to like it if you like that stuff. My only complaint is the gun comparison system here. It's counterintuitive. I don't like it. It's different than the Borderlands games. But other than that, I love this hub world, by the way. This is really cool. Look at that giant Cheeto over there. It's like Tina made this board, and now we're playing on it. Just really cool. And the game itself is... the combat is great. Look at these awesome magic powers I can use. There's really a lot to like here. And the story and the characters are great as well. But it's, you know, it's a bigger game. Now, again, it's leaving in a month. You can beat it in maybe 2 weeks if you're really hunkered down. And then if you have friends playing with you, you can probably power through this thing in a couple days. But yeah, I guess not as great as Assault and Drake Keep. I don't know. Let me know what you think. My Little Pony is the next game. And this is just a cheap knockoff of Spyro the Dragon, I guess. Now, this company, I think they're called OG Games or something like that. They put out all this kind of cheaper licensed stuff, like the Paw Patrol games, and they do a Snoopy game and a bunch of stuff. I think they do a lot of Nickelodeon games in general, but it's just... I don't know, it's just... I don't understand the point of making such a cheap game for kids. Like, you go the Nintendo route and just... You know, try your best to make a classic instead of pumping out $20 boringness. Anyway, Kingdom 2 Crowns. I saw some screenshots of this, and I was like, I don't know. But then I started playing it, and it's pretty amazing. I don't know, I did a video about a game called Reus, R-E-U-S, and this is similar. So you see I'm putting coins up in that tree, and now the tree is marked with an X. That means some villagers are going to come by and cut it down and use the wood, and then I can build stuff on that land. And yeah, it's just really cool. Like, this whole area was empty and just trees and wilderness when I came, and now I'm investing in this tent, and it's going to build up that area there. Yeah, just super addictive. I played this for hours and hours. One thing that's kind of confusing is these rocks. I don't know where to go to find the rocks to start building further on these areas. So I felt kind of lost and frustrated at a certain point. Like, there was nothing I could build. But then I found a boat skeleton, and I invested in that and had people building it. And then suddenly it made me hop onto the boat, and I was in a new land and building again. So I don't know if at some point you find some kind of mine, and then you can have people mine the rocks, and that's how you build up your place even more. But so addictive and so great, but yet confusing and frustrating at times, because they just don't quite tell you everything you need to know from the onset. Alright, moving on to Dismantle. This was another game I was shocked to just fall in love with. I top-down zombie survival resource collection game. I looked at it and I was like, no, thank you. But as I started playing it, again, it's just so addictive to be building things and collecting materials and trying to find the materials you need to be building things. However, when you first start out the game, it is really difficult. Like, you hit a zombie, and then you gotta move away from it. Hit him and move away. And that's the secret, and that's how you get good at that game. However, there are other levels of zombies, as you can see here, who move fast and have big life bars, and they spit acid. So the game's not easy. And I don't know if there's probably a difficulty setting, but it was a little tough for me. But I played this for hours, and I got to the point where I could build my own base, and I was just like, this is really cool. There's a lot going on here. And I like it. I'd say between the two, Kingdom 2 Crowns, I'm going to have to pick one to keep playing for the month, so I don't know if it's going to be Kingdom 2 Crowns or this one. It's going to be one of them, though. But either way, check them both out. They're great. All right, Fast and Furious Spy Racers, The Rise of Shifter. Another kids game based on a kids show. Actually, a really well-made game. And fairly fun to play, even though I found myself just kind of being able... And I presume I'm on the normal setting. I didn't tinker with anything, but I was just able to kind of pass by everyone and get in first place right away and just stay there for most of the game. Now, it does have this Mario Kart thing where you can throw paintballs, and blind your opponents. So someone's paintballing me from behind, and it's cool, it's interesting, it's different, but it's also really annoying when you're trying to drive a race and suddenly your screen gets almost completely obscured. And you'll see here in a moment, I just kind of... Oh, I don't know where I'm going now, and my car's all slowing down because of it, too. It seems to affect the speed, but there you go. That's the game. Alright, final game of the night, Saints Row 4. I played Gat Out of Hell, and it was okay, but I haven't played much of the other games yet. I really liked the opening to this game. The first 2 hours are great. It's that kind of, it's in third person, but it's that shoot 'em up, kind of Duke Nukem thing with like a crude sense of humor, kind of misogynistic too, but, well, you can see here my bulge. I'm growing my bulge on my character. And I made my character look like Tom Cruise from Tropic Thunder, which is amazing. Look at this. Oh, God, it's beautiful. So the story is aliens just attack the president for some reason, and attack Earth, the White House, and then you try to fight them off, and this isn't really a spoiler, it's the first leg of the game, but the alien kind of kicks your butt, and then he puts you in a simulation. And so the Grand Theft Auto style crux of the game, the main part of the game, is just, it's a simulation. So I guess that's their excuse for the wackiness, the craziness, the violence, is that it's all in a simulation, so when you're running over people, it's not evil or something. I don't quite understand, because it kind of takes away from everything. I don't know, the urgency to play in this world is kind of gone. I'm using bad words here, but I think you understand. You're in a simulation, so who cares? Let's just get to the story. So, kind of in the middle for me. Alright, so there you go. That was all the games that are leaving PS Extra, just 6 of them in the month of July. A lot of good stuff in there, though, so if you haven't played them yet, check them out. Alright.